Hello recruiter friends, and welcome back to the Rubber Duck Recruiter. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the 3 most important things that you should be looking at when screening a candidate's resume. Just want to say thank you to everybody who has liked and subscribed and connected with me on LinkedIn and been like, "You're the Rubber Duck guy," and I'm like, yeah, it's weird. It makes me feel good about the content, and it also helps get this out for other recruiters. With that said, let's jump right into the video. The first thing to look for when you're looking at a candidate's resume is the companies that they have previously worked for. There's really 2 deeper reasons for this. The first reason is that it gives us clues about the industry that they're coming from. And when a candidate works in a specific industry, say they work at Netflix or HBO or something, then they're working in the streaming industry. When they work in the streaming industry, they get exposed to those specific types of problems in that space, the nuances of that space. So, if you take a look at a candidate's past companies and you see that they've worked in a space that you're trying to recruit for, then that's a really, really strong match. Reason number 2 is the scope. The problems that are being solved at a company of 50 people versus the problems that are solved at an Amazon or a Facebook is usually of a very different scope. It's not better or worse, but it's different. You want to try to find a candidate with the same scale and scope of the position that you are trying to fill. The second thing that you want to be looking at on a resume is titles. Now, in the tech industry, there's a lot of different titles for the same role. Engineers, software engineers are referred to as programmers or members of the technical staff or VPs or software developers or technical leads, blah, blah, blah. The important thing to note here is that many titles that you wouldn't think of can still be a fit in terms of skills and responsibilities. So look closely at the titles to determine if there are overlapping skill sets that could be a fit. Final thing we want to look at is tenure. It's always a good sign when the candidate has stayed at a company for more than a year. It shows commitment, it shows longevity, it shows that they performed well enough to not be let go. Conversely, if you see that a candidate has a lot of stints of contracts, one after another, this can be a red to yellow flag. I say yellow flag because in the beginning of a candidate's career, it's more common for them to just kind of jump around and try new things and gain experiences, to move into different problem spheres. But if this trend continues for years and years and years, then it might indicate that this candidate has a problem with commitment or simply lacks interest in a full-time employment. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and pick up the Recruiter phone screen ebook if you haven't. And as always, may the recruiting odds be ever in your